evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Wildcats head to Page for the second round of playoffs. Manchester honors 3 retiring police officers, and the Tennessee Secretary of State was in town last week. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Wildcats are headed to Page to play in the second round of high school playoffs this weekend. News Leader's John Gray spoke with head coach Coy Sisk about the upcoming game.
Page is a really solid football team. Coach Rathbone over there does an amazing job.
Rathbone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's
a tough name for a football coach.
He's a super good guy, and so they're explosive. No doubt. Very good offensive football team. Like I said, big up front, good running backs, good quarterback. Older team defensively. These guys can fly around. They're really good. They've got some really solid edge players that just tough.
Have some college commits as well.
I know that, And here's the thing, John, that we weren't. Most people didn't give us a chance to win this game. So like I told you during one of the breaks, a lot of people didn't give us a chance to win this game. Our guys went out there, put together a great week of practice, and were able to come out on top. I think we're learning as we go.
There you go.
And look, no reason not to go all the way to Page and get another upset. That's why you play these games. That's why it's high school football. That's why Friday nights are special, especially this time of year. Baby. Yeah, this time of year, anything can happen. So
and last year we were at what? 4-6.
Yes, sir.
4-6. Right now we're at 8-3.
Yeah, and
double the amount of wins this year than we had last year.
The guys,
that's progress.
Those guys work hard. Our kids work hard. Super proud of them. Can't say enough about this senior group and this team as a whole. They're really special. And if, like I said, you said in the beginning, it's not always exciting football. But it's winning football. Those guys find a way to win. And that's what's real cool about them.
Guess what? When the pros play a game like that, like they did, I was talking about the Titans and the Steelers the other night. Oh yeah, it's not fancy and all that, but guess what? It's a W.
See it.
And W's are all that counts. It doesn't make any difference how many points are involved in it. It's a W.
These guys have been privileged to be in some big games this year. For them, we haven't won every big game. We've been in every game this year. There's no game that you'd say we've been just blown out.
No.
So
doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, these guys have done good.
You and your staff have your boys prepared to play ball.
What we've got to do this week is again, get back in, get in the film room, 2, get on the practice field, and go out there and make one another better. That's our goal from week 0. This year is, let's make one another better this week. And I think that this football team's doing that. And those guys, they don't, I had a guy Sunday, I said, how many snaps did you play last week in the game? He said 0. But he's there on Sunday. Yeah. He's there watching the opponent. He's there to get our guys better. He plays scout team the entire week. So, that's what football is all about. hey, your scout team
Hey.
being better than your opponent.
I still cry when Rudy gets to play.
No doubt about it.
You know.
No doubt about it.
It's a team sport. It's a sport that is just, it's just a magnificent thing to watch and be part of. And we are really, really proud and thankful that you, our Wildcat family, or stay with us and help support this football program. It's beloved in Tullahoma. Be part of it. Get in your car next week and drive to Page. We need people in the seats up there. We need to show the rest of these folks, because this is a new experience for us, being in this region, playing at the level we're playing right now, 5A, playing some of these teams that we've never played before. We need to show them what Tullahoma football is all about. It's big. It's bigger than they are. Let's show them. Let's show up, and let's help support this Wildcat football team.
Sounds great, man.
Oh, Mark Moran, want to give a shout out to you and all your buddies out there. The Boston Butt was absolutely magnificent.
It sure was.
Wasn't it good?
Those things are good.
I saw Coach out there.
Mine are
picking
already
his
gone.
up. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it's
gone.
gone.
You ever made a barbecue stew?
No, never barbecue stew.
Well, you take that what's left and chop it up. Throw you some vegetables up in there and make a stew out of it. Baby.
Mine didn't make it past the Tennessee ball game. It was barbecued nachos, and my girls had it. It was done.
There you go. Folks, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Enjoy your fall. Stay warm out there, and scream and holler Wildcats as you sit in the stands at Page watching our football team play their second round of the NTSSAA playoffs.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
Welcome back. Manchester honored 3 recently retired officers at Tuesday night's board meeting. I was there and brought back this video.
Okay, I just want to say I'm very proud to be able to come before the board tonight and the citizens of Manchester as your police chief in honor of some former officers, 3 former officers that we have tonight to present the honors. So on behalf, if I may speak, on the board and Mayor Alderman and the Manchester Police Department, I want to recognize 3 officers tonight who have recently retired from the Manchester Police Department. 2 of the officers have served the Manchester Police Department for over 20 years of service. Captain Dwight Vandergriff, 44 years of service, and Sergeant Debbie Guffey, 39 years of service. By virtue of the 20 or more years of dedicated service, upon their retirement from the Manchester Police Department, both are entitled to be presented their badges, insignias, and service weapons pursuant to Manchester Police Department General Order 214, established by City Ordinance. So with that said, I'd like to ask Dwight Vandergriff and Debbie Guffey to come forward, please. Captain Vandergriff began his career with the Manchester Police Department on October 16, 1979. He advanced through his 44 years of service, earning the rank of captain. Dwight's dedication, professionalism, and selfless service to the Manchester Police Department and our community is second to none. So tonight it gives me great pleasure to present to Captain Dwight Vandergriff a small token of our appreciation for his 44 years of service with the Manchester Police Department. And also honoring tonight is Sergeant Debbie Guffey, who began her career at the Manchester Police Department on May the 18th, 1984. She advanced through her 39 years of service with the rank of sergeant. Debbie has long served on Captain Vandergriff's shift as his second in command. Debbie is an officer who has devoted herself to call of duty, serving the Manchester Police Department and the citizens of Manchester in a positive and professional manner throughout her career. So once again, I'm pleased to present this service award to Sergeant Debbie Guffey for her 39 years of loyal service to the Manchester Police Department and to the citizens of Manchester.
And Bill was my training officer. Yeah, it's his fault. Very nice. It's the same as Dwight's on it. Yes.
My notes say to ask Sergeant Garza up at this time, so since he's up here, I can skip that part. But anyway, Sergeant Garza began his career with the Manchester Police Department on January the 8th of 2007 until June the 20th of 2008, at which time he left for a short while and relocated to Texas to take care of a ill family member. Sergeant Garza returned to the Manchester Police Department on July the 19th, 2010, and served up to his retirement day of October the 30th, 2023. He advanced through his 13 plus years of service, earning the rank of sergeant. Sergeant Garza has been a great asset to the department and to the citizens of Manchester. His ability to fluently speak Spanish and to assist our Hispanic community in Manchester has long been greatly appreciated. His loyalty and dedication to the Manchester Police Department and to the citizens of Manchester will be greatly missed. I'm pleased to present to Sergeant Alberto Garza his badge, insignias, and nameplate for his service to our community and the Manchester Police Department. Additionally, I would like to present to Sergeant Garza a plaque from the Manchester Police Department, also recognizing his service with the department. In honor of Sergeant Garza's 13 plus years of service, our plaque reads, "A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of his actions and the integrity of his intent." The men and women in our blue family of MPD would like to thank you and wish you the best in your retirement journey. May the years of your retirement be rich, rewarding, and kind, and may there be no limit to the happiness you find. Thank you, Sergeant Garza, retired October 30th, 2023.
More news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing.
Welcome back. In this week's Mayor's Message from Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, we hear from the Mayor and Tennessee Secretary of State, Trey Haggard.
Hi, I'm Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny again, and we have a super special edition of the Mayor's Message. Not only do we have a great friend, but we have a great public servant for us and for Tennessee, and Secretary of State Trey Hargett. And he's here in Coffee County today to award some grants to our libraries and our historical society. He does that quite often. He's probably one of the most visible figures, I think, in state government. He's hands-on in every county in the state, and he's a great friend. And before I turn it over to you, Mr. Secretary, I want to tell my friends in Coffee County that when I was first elected as state representative, the very first man that shook my hand at the Capitol was Trey Hargett. At that time, he was the leader of the Republican caucus, and ever since then, he took me under his wing for a long time, and then when I could fly by myself, he was always there as my wingman, and I can't thank him enough for that. So, Mr. Secretary, if you'll tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, honor to be with you, Mayor. This is I consider you a great friend as well. And one thing I've told people about you over the years is that Judd Matheny is somebody I'm wanting my foxhole with me whenever times get tough. And you've always been a man of your word and someone who has been of great assistance to me and the state of Tennessee. Thanks for your service. And as Tennessee Secretary of State, we interact with counties across the state in multiple ways. And probably the thing that people recognize the most is our work with the election commissions. You mentioned libraries and archives play a tremendous role there, but we got 95 county election commissions across the state. And I work with Andy here in Coffee County. And our job is we're trying to make it in Tennessee where it's easy to vote but hard to cheat.
Yes, thank you.
And one of the things that we're really proud of is the last 2 years, Heritage Foundation has ranked Tennessee as #1 election integrity.
That's great. So that's hard work put into that,
too. It is. We're like the Georgia Bulldogs. We're going for a three-peat. Hopefully the Tennessee Vols are going to derail that this year, but we'll see how that goes. But we're working to make sure that people have the opportunity to vote, know that their vote's counted once, no more, no less. I also serve about 15 different boards and commissions that touch, State Building Commission, Tennessee Housing Development Agency, something that you would be familiar with as well as Tennessee Local Development Authority, where we do clean water and drinking water state revolving fund loans, as well as our work on the Tennessee Higher Education Commission. We play a role in the TCATs and the 2-year schools and all the public 4-year schools in the state. So we're like the Mikey of state government.
You are, absolutely.
And so you remember the old Mikey.
Mikey, he'll eat anything.
Give it to Mikey, he'll eat anything.
That's so true. When we were struggling with different pieces of legislation in the legislature, we were always thinking, where are we going to domicile this? Who's going to host it? Who's going to administer it? And eventually, if it was a project with good merits, Trey Hargett would always say, I will find a place for it.
Workers' Compensation Exemption Registry.
That's exactly right. I passed a law called the Workers' Compensation Exemption Registry, which allows an individual or a very small company to be able to exempt themselves from workers' comp, but still be able to bid on projects as if they were a larger company. And there's a process that you have to go through and some oversight, and he agreed to take that over. And it's been very, very successful. There's maybe 80 or 90,000 people plus that have registered for that. And I can't thank you enough for that. But that's the kind he's done that so many times. Worthy projects that needed a home, Secretary Hargett has found a way to make it work on so many things.
Well, we just believe that we're trying to serve our fellow Tennesseans, and we're trying to figure out how to get to yes. Like you said, if something's worthy, something's worth doing, we want it done right.
That's right.
And we know if we take it, we're going to take it and get it done right. And you'd be proud of the fact that I know originally y'all wanted the Department of Labor to have that. Mm-hmm. We had stepped up and said we would take it. Just in the last couple of years, the Department of Labor raised their hand and said, hey, we think that does make more sense over here. And we said, great, we're glad to turn it over to you. We've got that shifted. We've done that with other things.
I'm glad it's still alive.
It absolutely is. Helps a lot of Tennesseans in that way. So, we're just trying to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars, but not only taxpayer dollars, taxpayer time and resources as well. So it's a great opportunity for our fellow Tennesseans. I'm in now my 15th year of doing this, wrapping up my fourth term.
He has, to show you how much confidence he has from statewide, when he is elected to serve as Secretary of State, it's a 4-year term, and he is elected from the 33 members of the State Senate and the 99 members of the State House vote collectively for him. And so he has the faith and confidence of the entire state, literally. And business services, let's talk about what you do real quick there. If you want to start a business in Tennessee and file your business documents or a nonprofit,
so anytime somebody wants to start a for-profit or nonprofit corporation, a limited liability corporation, limited liability partnership, one of the first things they do is they come to us to to form that entity. And not only do we do that, we do uniform commercial code filings. So a lot of lenders in the state, a lot of bankers work with us in that regard as well. And then on a lesser note, trademark, summons, apostilles. One of the lesser things that people know about is somebody gets ready to adopt a child internationally or gets ready to go study abroad. A lot of times a foreign government will require us to place an apostille verifying that it's a legitimate notary here in the state of Tennessee, and that foreign government will then recognize that notary. So, there's all kinds of things that we wind up doing that you look at me sometimes and say, gosh, you do that?
He does. I mean, he's literally right in the cogs and the gears of many aspects of state government, and he's in there turning the wrenches. It's easy to say, I want to do things, or things should be done, but somebody has to get in there and physically turn the wrenches and make it happen, put the people in place, put the programs in place, and he absolutely does that, and does a great job. And he touches our lives in many more ways than you would think. And he always has had a great saying that I've adopted, and that is that you only have one government. And the gut means it has to be the best it can be. You can't go down the street like a drugstore or an auto parts store and get another option. You only have one. So it needs to be fair, it needs to be objective, it needs to be open, and it needs to be responsive. And he has always said that, and I have also adopted that, and that's the way we try to run Coffee County too.
Well, the bottom line is, you have a heart for public service, I do too. When people come to government, it's not because they want to come to government. It's because they have to come to government, and we're the only game in town. So that, like you said, that makes it that much more important that we get it right, we get it done correctly, we get it done fast, and do it for the least amount of money and time possible. And I appreciate the fact you're bringing that energy and that focus to Coffee County. The future is so bright for this county down here, especially with you at the helm. There's so much opportunity. Great things are coming.
We have a great team in place. Our employees, our commissions, we have a committee system set up to handle what we have coming, and I really feel confident too. And I call it opportunity pains that we have, not growing pains, because what's coming our way is incredible. Secretary Hargett played an instrumental role in that, being on the State Building Commission. He is one of the few people that approve major projects for the state, major building projects, major developments. And we appreciate everything that you've ever done for Coffee County and that you continue to do, and for the state as a whole. And I'm proud to be your friend, and I look forward to many more years of working with you.
Good to see you, my man.
You too. Thank you. Thanks again for watching the Mayor's Message, and we'll see you again next week.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
On Monday, November 6th, Tennessee State Parks officials held an open meeting at the Coffee County Administrative Plaza to present their plan for replacing the condemned bridge at Old Stone Fort State Archaeological Park. The proposed bridge would be for both vehicles and pedestrians and would replace the current 116-year-old bridge. The new bridge would allow access to the campground from the park's main entrance. The $8.5 million project, which is 100% federally funded, would move the truss section of the historic bridge northward towards Highway 41A to be used as a trail destination and scenic overlook. The new bridge would be placed at the original location in an effort to reduce environmental impact to the Duck River. The anticipated start date is August of 2024, and construction is expected to take 5 years. Reasons for replacing the bridge include complaints from residents on Country Club Drive who have been inconvenienced by the rerouted campground traffic, safety concerns regarding park rangers having to loop around on the highway to reach the campgrounds in the event of emergency, the fact that the 116-year-old bridge has been judged unsafe, and the fact that the allocated federal funds are contingent on replacing the bridge and will not be allowed to be used to refurbish the original bridge. A large crowd attended the meeting, and all of them expressed their desire to save the historic bridge. A local group maintains they have obtained a preliminary quote from a qualified bridge repair company that has stated they could repair the original bridge for $250,000. They were also concerned that the new location of the historic bridge would be along a trail that would be a minimum of a 1-mile hike to people who wanted to visit it. News Leader's Philip Scoggins attended the meeting, and the almost 2-hour meeting is available on our YouTube and Facebook pages. The Tennessee State Parks will be accepting comments until November 15th. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1924 at 79 degrees. The record low was in 1953 at 18 degrees. The average high for this day is 62, and the average low is 39. Rain expected for tonight with a low of 46. Showers continue for Friday with a high of 54 and a low of 42, and a chance of rain for Saturday with a high of 60 and a low of 44. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe and have a great evening.